Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the issue currently unfolding on CBS's The Bold and the Beautiful. In the latest dramatic episodes of this iconic series, a series of shocking events and ruthless decisions have rocked the world of Forrester Creations, leaving a trail of heartbreak, betrayal, and intrigue in their wake. The central focus of this chapter is on Hope, who finds herself battling both personal betrayal and a fierce determination to secure her own power. As the story unfolds, Hope is forced to confront an adversary in the form of Daphne, a newcomer to the company who, despite her brief tenure, has boldly attempted to seduce Carter, the very man whom Hope loves and relies on to build her future. This betrayal sets in motion a chain of events that challenge the loyalties and ambitions of everyone involved. Hope's fury is palpable from the very beginning. She is absolutely incensed that Daphne, who has only been with the company for a few months, would dare to try and steal away Carter, who is not only Hope's lover but also the current head of Forrester Creations. For Hope, Carter represents both a personal commitment and a strategic pillar for maintaining control over the company's power structure. Knowing that Carter's position gives him immense influence, Hope believes that any threat to their relationship is also a threat to her ambitions. She has built her entire life around the promise of love and the relentless pursuit of power, and she is determined not to let anyone, especially someone as untested as Daphne, undermine her path to success. From the moment Hope learns of Daphne's advances toward Carter, her anger intensifies to an almost uncontainable level. Every interaction, every whispered conversation between Daphne and Carter, serves as a painful reminder of the betrayal that cuts deeply into Hope's heart. Despite her feelings, Hope initially seeks a more conventional solution. She wants to fire Daphne from Forrester Creations, believing that removing her from the company will neutralize the threat and restore balance to her life. However, Carter vehemently disagrees with this approach. As the boss of Forrester Creations, he believes that Daphne's actions, while questionable, do not warrant such an extreme measure. He argues that firing her might be premature and that the situation could be resolved through dialogue and reflection. Carter's refusal to dismiss Daphne creates an impasse between him and Hope, leaving her feeling even more vulnerable and betrayed. Frustration and desperation drive Hope to make a bold and ruthless decision, one that will alter the course of events in the Forrester universe forever. Convinced that she must take matters into her own hands to protect her future and preserve her relationship with Carter, Hope resolves to use poison to eliminate the threat Daphne poses. In a carefully orchestrated plan, she slips a lethal substance into the water that Daphne is about to drink. The act is swift and final. As soon as Daphne consumes the poisoned water, she collapses and dies on the spot. The scene is both shocking and gruesome, a stark display of the lengths to which Hope is willing to go to secure her power and eliminate any obstacles to her ambitions. As the lifeless body of Daphne lies as a grim testament to Hope's determination, the police soon begin their investigation into what appears to be a mysterious, inexplicable death. However, complications quickly arise. No one is aware of the secret romantic involvement between Daphne and Carter, a detail that adds another layer of complexity to the case. With the true nature of their relationship hidden from the authorities, the evidence surrounding Daphne's death is sparse and ambiguous. The police, lacking any clear motive or concrete evidence to tie the crime to a specific suspect, struggle to identify the culprit. In the absence of incriminating details, the investigation risks being relegated to the annals of unsolved cases, a tragedy that would allow Hope to continue her quest for power unchallenged. Yet the web of intrigue does not end there. Unbeknownst to most, there is another force at play in the background, Steffi. Having been the one to secretly hire Daphne with the intention of breaking up the love between Hope and Carter, Steffi finds herself in a precarious position. Her original plan was to sow discord between the couple and to weaken Hope's hold on power. Now, As Daphne lies dead and Hope's actions come under scrutiny, whispers of suspicion begin to swirl. Steffi, who has always been adept at maneuvering behind the scenes, starts to suspect that the very person she once employed to execute her plan might now have been the victim of a more sinister plot. Convinced that Hope is responsible for poisoning Daphne, Steffi is left with a burning question: will she expose Hope's treachery to the police, or will the secret remain buried, allowing Hope to evade accountability for her ruthless actions? The uncertainty of the investigation hangs heavily over everyone involved. For Hope, the decision to use poison is both a strategic and personal gamble. She is determined to remove any threats to her power, and in doing so, she takes a risk that could ultimately backfire and destroy her carefully constructed world. While the immediate aftermath seems to favor her, there are no obvious leads, and the case appears to be going cold. Steffi's growing suspicion threatens to upend everything. Should Steffi choose to reveal what she knows about Hope's involvement, the repercussions could be catastrophic. The delicate balance of power within Forrester Creations, already teetering on the brink of collapse, may well be shattered by the unveiling of Hope's darkest secret. At the same time, Carter remains caught in a whirlwind of conflicting emotions. His love for Hope is undeniable, yet the events of recent days have left him questioning the integrity of their relationship. Though he had attempted to mend fences by apologizing for his momentary lapse with Daphne, he is now forced to confront the deeper reality that his trust in Hope might have been misplaced. The revelation of Daphne's death and the circumstances surrounding it compel him to reassess everything he once believed about the woman he loved. In his heart, Carter longs for reconciliation and hopes that the truth might somehow pave the way for forgiveness. But as he contemplates the possibility that Hope's actions were driven by an insatiable hunger for power rather than genuine love, he is left with a profound sense of disillusionment. This intricate web of betrayal, passion, and ruthless ambition is at the core of The Bold and the Beautiful. In this latest arc, Hope's actions have not only torn apart the delicate bonds of trust between her and Carter but have also set off a chain reaction of consequences that threaten to engulf the entire Forrester legacy. The struggle for power is now intertwined with the complexities of love and the painful realities of personal ambition. Each character is forced to navigate a minefield of emotions: guilt, anger, sorrow, and the desperate desire for control, all while trying to preserve their own sense of identity in a world that seems determined to tear them apart. As the investigation into Daphne's mysterious death unfolds, the tension mounts, and the stakes grow higher. The police, hampered by the lack of concrete evidence and the hidden details of Daphne's relationship with Carter, find themselves at a loss for leads. The case, which could easily become another unsolved mystery in the annals of Los Angeles crime, now hangs in a precarious balance. Meanwhile, the dark undercurrents of the Forrester family drama continue to surge. Steffi's suspicions about Hope's involvement in the poisoning intensify, and the prospect of a public scandal looms large. If Steffi were to reveal what she suspects, the fallout could be devastating, not only for Hope but for the entire family, as the carefully maintained facade of power and respectability is thrown into disarray. For Hope, the future is uncertain and fraught with risk. Her decision to poison Daphne was made in a moment of fierce determination, a moment when she believed that eliminating a potential rival was the only way to secure her position and protect her relationship with Carter. Yet, the consequences of that decision may prove to be far more severe than she ever imagined. The possibility that Steffi will expose her actions to the authorities hangs like a dark cloud over her head, threatening to bring the full force of the law crashing down on her. If the truth comes to light, Hope could face not only the collapse of her personal life but also serious legal repercussions that would tarnish her reputation and destroy her career. Carter, caught in the crossfire of this turbulent storm, must now decide where his loyalties truly lie. His love for Hope, once steadfast and unyielding, is now marred by the betrayal that has unfolded before his eyes. The realization that the woman he trusted with his heart and his future is capable of such ruthless actions leaves him reeling. In the quiet moments of introspection that follow, Carter wrestles with a profound sense of loss and disillusionment. He wonders if the promise of redemption that once shone so brightly in their love has been extinguished forever by the darkness of ambition and betrayal. As the series hurtles toward its next dramatic twist, viewers are left to ponder the future of these intertwined lives. Will Steffi, driven by a sense of righteous indignation, decide to come forward with the evidence she has amassed, or will she remain silent, allowing Hope's secret to be buried once more in the depths of deceit? And if the truth about the poisoning is exposed, will Hope's ruthless quest for power ultimately cost her everything she holds dear, her freedom, her reputation, and even the love of the man she once promised to cherish? In the world of the bold and the beautiful, where every kiss can ignite a firestorm and every whispered secret has the potential to upend entire families, the events of these recent episodes stand as a testament to the harsh realities of ambition and betrayal. Hope's unyielding desire to secure her power at any cost, even if it means crossing moral boundaries and committing an unforgivable act of violence, leaves a trail of broken trust and shattered dreams in her wake. The ripple effects of her actions are sure to reverberate through the corridors of Forrester Creations and into the hearts of everyone who has ever dared to love and trust within this storied family. As we continue to follow the saga of Hope, Carter, and the ever-mysterious Daphne, one thing remains clear: in this relentless dance of passion, power, and deception, no one is ever truly safe from the consequences of their actions. The choices made today will cast long shadows over the future, altering the destiny of not only the individuals involved, but also the entire legacy of the bold and the beautiful. In a world where loyalty is fleeting and ambition often overshadows love, the only certainty is that every betrayal, every secret, and every act of ruthlessness leaves an indelible mark on the soul of those who dare to dream of a better tomorrow. Thank you for joining me as we explore this monumental and emotionally charged chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful. Stay tuned for more updates as this riveting saga continues to unfold. A story where every passionate kiss, every tearful apology, and every desperate bid for power reshapes the destiny of one of television's most iconic families. In this ever-evolving narrative of love and betrayal, only time will tell if redemption is possible or if the scars of the past will forever haunt those who dared to reach for power at any cost. Next, we're diving into one of the most explosive storylines to ever hit The Bold and the Beautiful. Luna Nozawa's life has been turned upside down by a shocking revelation that has left her grappling with her identity, her past, and her future. What happens when the central question of your existence is answered in the most unexpected way, and it changes everything? Let's explore the intricacies of Luna's journey, the relationships she's shattered, and the emotional fallout that threatens to consume her. A lifetime of resentment, Luna's strained bond with Poppy. To understand Luna Nozawa's current state of mind, we must first unravel her complicated relationship with Poppy. From the very beginning, Luna and Poppy's dynamic was fraught with tension, mistrust, and unspoken grievances. Poppy was never the nurturing figure Luna needed. Instead, she became a symbol of everything Luna felt was missing in her life. For years, Luna carried a deep sense of loss and confusion, haunted by the absence of a father figure and the unanswered questions about her origins. When the truth finally came out, that Finn Finnegan is her biological father, it wasn't just a revelation, it was a bombshell that detonated every fragile thread holding Luna's world together. For Luna, this discovery didn't bring closure or peace. Instead, it ignited a firestorm of anger and resentment toward Poppy. In Luna's eyes, Poppy is directly responsible for robbing her of a childhood filled with love, stability, and connection. The bitterness runs so deep that any hope for reconciliation between them seems like a distant dream. But why does Luna feel so betrayed? It goes beyond the surface-level pain of not knowing her father. Finn represents everything Luna yearned for but never had, a devoted parent who prioritizes family above all else. Watching Finn interact with his children, Hayes and Kelly, only exacerbates Luna's feelings of inadequacy and loss. She sees in him the father she could have known, the life she could have lived, if only things had been different. This realization cuts deeper than any wound Poppy could have inflicted intentionally. In many ways, Luna's anger toward Poppy is misplaced but understandable. It's easier to blame someone else for your pain than to confront the messy reality of your own choices and circumstances. Yet this misplaced anger has driven an irreparable wedge between them. Even if Poppy wanted to make amends, and there's no indication that she does, it seems unlikely that Luna would ever be willing to forgive her. The dark path, how desperation led to chaos. Luna's resentment toward Poppy is only one piece of the puzzle. To truly grasp the depth of her turmoil, we must examine how her desperation for control led her down a dangerous and destructive path. Her obsession with maintaining Bill Spencer as her benefactor pushed her to commit unspeakable acts that have left scars on everyone involved. One of the most shocking moments in this storyline was Luna's decision to cage Steffi Forrester as part of her twisted scheme to eliminate obstacles in her life. Steffi wasn't just collateral damage, she was a deliberate target in Luna's quest for power and security. This act wasn't born out of malice alone but rather out of a profound sense of helplessness. For Luna, controlling Steffi was an attempt to regain some semblance of agency in a life that felt completely out of control. However, this reckless behavior has come at an enormous cost. By targeting Steffi, someone deeply loved by Finn, Luna has effectively burned one of the most important bridges in her life before it even had a chance to be built. Finn now finds himself in an impossible position. How can he reconcile his love for his newfound daughter with his loyalty to his wife? The emotional stakes couldn't be higher. For viewers, this storyline raises fascinating questions about morality and redemption. Can someone like Luna ever truly atone for their actions? Or are some mistakes simply too big to forgive? The answers remain unclear, but one thing is certain: Luna's journey is far from over. The emotional fallout, a daughter in crisis. Lisa Yamada, who brilliantly portrays Luna on The Bold and the Beautiful, has described her character as being completely overwhelmed by the weight of recent events. And who could blame her? Discovering that Finn, someone she always believed was her cousin, is actually her father is enough to send anyone into an emotional tailspin. For Luna, this revelation is both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, she finally has an answer to the question that has haunted her for years: who is my father? On the other hand, that answer comes with layers of complexity and pain that she isn't equipped to handle. Finn isn't just any father, he's someone who embodies goodness, integrity, and love, qualities that make Luna painfully aware of everything she lacks. Adding to this emotional turmoil is the guilt Luna feels over her past actions. She knows she has done terrible things that can't be undone or forgotten. The weight of these mistakes hangs heavy on her shoulders as she struggles to envision a future where redemption might be possible. Yet despite all this darkness, there is a glimmer of hope within Luna. Her stubborn nature might be one of her greatest flaws, but it's also what drives her to keep fighting even when all seems lost. She wants desperately to mend things with Finn, even if she doesn't know how or where to begin. A relationship beyond repair. While there may be hope for reconciliation between Luna and Finn, the same cannot be said for her relationship with Poppy. The damage here feels permanent, not just because of what has been said or done, but because of what hasn't been said or done over the years. The lack of trust between them is so profound that rebuilding their bond seems almost impossible. For viewers, this fractured relationship serves as a poignant reminder that not all wounds can be healed. Sometimes, moving forward means accepting that certain relationships are beyond saving. Final thoughts, a storyline that keeps us hooked. Luna Nozawa's journey on The Bold and the Beautiful is one of heartbreak, betrayal, and self-discovery. Her revelation about Finn being her father has sent shockwaves through not only her life, but also the lives of everyone around her. As she navigates these turbulent waters, viewers are left wondering whether redemption is possible for someone who has made so many mistakes, or whether Luna will continue down a path of self-destruction. What do you think? Can Finn find it in his heart to forgive his daughter? Will Luna ever find peace within herself? And what does this mean for Steffi and Finn's marriage moving forward? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more updates on this gripping storyline right here on BNB Spoilers channel.